Okay, this is 4.6, find unit rates. The key to remember is we're finding the cost of one. Okay, we're going to start with the unlock the problem. How can you use unit rates to make comparisons? Okay, so we want to be able to compare by using the unit rate. The star fruit, or carambola, is the fruit of a tree that is native to Indonesia, India, and Sri Lanka. Slices of the fruit are in the shape of a 5-pointed star. Lara paid $9.60 for 16 ounces of the star fruit. Find the price of 1 ounce of star fruit. So that's for the whole thing. 16 ounces is $9.60. We want to find out if I just had 1 ounce, how much it would cost, okay? So the ratio is given to us right here. The ratio is before we have a unit of 1. Dollars to ounces. Remember, a ratio compares two things. So we have already talked about, to get this denominator to 1, I have to divide by the bottom number. We've been doing that, okay? Write the ratio 960 to 16. Divide the numerator and denominator by the number in the denominator. Okay, that's the bottom number, okay? That automatically, see, 16 divided by 16 equals 1. So now we've got a unit of 1. So now I need to take my calculator, 9.60 divided by 16, 0.6. Now, that's really, when you're talking money, you need out to the hundredths. So 0.6 is the same as 0.60, or 60 cents, okay? So the unit rate is 60 cents for 1 ounce. The price is 60 cents per ounce, okay? Explain why the unit rate is equivalent to the original rate. And if you remember from yesterday, we went through this where if I made a table, or I do line equals line, and I cross multiply and divide, 960, 960, okay? They would be in a table by an equivalent multiplier. Okay, so how do you convince others? Well, you divided by the denominator. Okay, when you divide by the denominator, you find the unit rate. You turn it over. We're going to find some more unit rates and compare. Okay, we've got a hummingbird that flies 210 miles in 7 hours. A goose can fly 165 miles in 3 hours. Which bird flies at a faster rate? So we can't really compare because this has 7 hours and 3 hours. Okay, we can guess as to what we think, but when we get them both what they fly in 1 hour, then we can compare them. So the hummingbird flies 210 miles in 7 hours. It's going very fast. The goose can fly 165 miles in 3 hours. This is their rates. This is their rates. That's the rate for each bird. Now we're going to write the unit rate. Remember, we always divide by the bottom number. 210 and 7 divided by 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. 210 divided by 7 is 30. Right here, 210 divided. So that bird flies 30 miles per hour. This is now the unit rate. So here we're going to divide the numerator and denominator by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1 hour. And I believe that's 55, but I'm going to use my calculator to be sure. 55 miles per hour. So he flies 55 miles per hour. So they want to know which is a faster rate. So 55 miles per hour is faster than 30 miles per hour. I thought the hummingbird was the fastest bird, but obviously the goose is faster. So the goose flies at a faster rate. Okay. This is less than that. Okay. Next one. A 64-ounce bottle of apple juice costs $5.74. Okay. A 15-ounce costs $1.80. Notice money is usually on top. So we're going to write the rate. $5.76 for 64 ounces. $1.80, money on top. Money on top. $1.80 for 15 ounces. Okay, so 576, we're going to divide them both by 64. These are the rates, but we're dividing by the denominator. So I'm going to take my calculator, 5.76 divided by 64. That's 0.09. 0.09 per ounce. That's the same as saying 9 cents. That's 9/100ths. If you think about that as 9/100ths, that's 9 pennies out of 100. Okay, this one, we're going to divide by 15. 15 divided by 15 gives me 1, which is my unit rate. $1.80 divided by 15 gets me 0.12, which is like saying 12 cents for 1 ounce. So 9 cents per ounce is less expensive than 12 cents per ounce. This is less than this. And this time, we want to know which is less. So the 64-ounce bottle is less per ounce. This one is less than this one. Okay? So we get 2 items and we have to compare their cost. At one grocery store, a dozen eggs cost $1.20. At another, 1.5 dozen eggs cost $2.16. Which is the better buy? Now we have to know what's in a dozen. A dozen equals 12. So store one, 1 dozen eggs. Remember, money on top, $1.20. We don't use the 1 because this can't be 1. We've got to use 12 eggs. Okay, and we're trying to find the cost for 1 egg. So I'm going to take $1.20, divide it by 12, and it tells me it's 0.1. Well, 0.1 is like saying 10 cents for 1 egg. Store 2, though, has 1.5 dozen. Well, a dozen is 12. A half dozen is 6 more. So there's 18 eggs at store 2 for $2.16. Okay, so we're getting more eggs, but we're paying more. Is it worth it? That's the question. So I'm going to find the cost of 1. 18 divided by 18 is 1. 2.16 divided by 18. Make sure I put it in correctly. Oh, it's 0.12 or 12 cents. Okay, so it's actually less to buy 12. The unit price at store 1 is lower at store 1. So a dozen eggs for $1.20 is the better buy. So sometimes we think more eggs is a better buy, but you're getting only 10 cents there. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here.